Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of the GSC Zoom Q&A. I'm Datti Jinkiri, a sports information coordinator for the Gulf South Conference. I'm here with Brishen House, cross-country runner for Valdosta State. Brishen, how you doing?
Good, man. It's a beautiful day. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
For
Um,
sure, for sure. So, in the midst of this pandemic, I just wanted to ask, how are you and your family doing?
yeah, we're doing good. My at first, so my mom takes care of. She's a babysitter, and well, she had teachers that she was helping, that she worked for. So, but they stopped going because of the coronavirus. So she was off work for a little bit, but now everything's coming back, and we're all doing good.
Awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. So, I'm sure you do a lot. Usually, do a lot of training over the summers, getting prepared for the fall cross country season. How do you usually train? Like, what do you usually do? And was that affected at all because of this ongoing situation?
Yeah, no, I do. Uh, yeah, we do most of our mileage during the summer. We do like 70 to 90 miles a week. Some guys do more, some guys do less, but that's what I was doing, and that wasn't affected at all by the coronavirus. Um, I did have to run by myself more, but I live, South Georgia, um, and there's lots of dirt roads, and it's a beautiful place, so I didn't mind. It was still pretty good.
So you got some scenic running in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Awesome, awesome. So that's 70 to 90 miles. That is a lot. So that's usually what you do for every summer going into Valdosta State, 70 to 90 miles a week.
Yep.
That's impressive.
It's challenging, but I've just been getting better, so it proves that it definitely works. Um, my coach knows what he's doing, and he really helps us. So
Absolutely, absolutely. As you said, you are getting better. You got your first individual win last week. Getting a win like that with some Division One teams in that meet, like how will that win propel you for the rest of the season?
yeah, that was pretty awesome. It's pretty surreal, but it definitely builds our confidence. And um, we're not just here to run. We're here to compete. We're here to race, and and that definitely gives us confidence, and it kind of like opens the door for future competition. Um, but it's definitely just the first of many to come for me, and for the team, because the team got first place too. So
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And so you told me that you were born in Miami, but you've grown up in Valdosta since you moved when you were 10. So you've lived half your life there. So how do you feel about going to school close to home, and how do you also feel about the opportunity to add to the Titletown moniker that Valdosta has?
Yeah. So yeah, as you say, it's a big football town. Um, a lot of the high schools and stuff, football is really big, but like I didn't do much sports in Miami, but when I came here, it's not only football, it's all sports in general are really big here, compared to Miami. Um, so I started running track in middle school or after wrestling season, and and it was as I progressed going into high school, um, the running community, it got a lot bigger, where at least I noticed, and I met more people, and um, and yeah, it's a title town, but for football, but running is a big part of a lot of people's life, and and in mind, and I'm just glad to be a part of that with those people, and I'm fortunate to have that for myself.
Absolutely. I guess you could say that Titletown moniker extends from football to these other sports as well, right? You're part of a great athletics program at Valdosta State.
Yeah,
And so I know you've
definitely.
run some cross country, as obviously, and some track in your career. What is your preference between the two, and why? I'm just curious about that.
Uh, I love cross country. Um, to me, it's not it's how much guts you have, because you're in such a long state of, man, this really sucks, like um, because of the distance of the race, um, and it's really about flipping the switch, and I like to say just turning into an animal, um, and like in short races, like I would consider the 1500 a short race. But track, they have shorter races. I mean, I'm biased for saying this because I'm not good at running, sprinting, but it's less about mentality. Well, um, like it's just the the races are just completely different. Like cross country running, you have to get into like this mentality of building a wall to um, like your insecurities and and um, your doubts and your struggles and your weaknesses. But in sprinting, and again, I'm biased for saying this, you just go. When the gun goes off, go as fast as you can, and like what's your body. I mean, yes, there's technique to it, but it's about your body. It seems like to me, and less about your mind. So
Gotcha.
that's why I prefer cross
Cross
country.
country. Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically it's athleticism versus mental strength, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got you on that. Got you on that.
But don't get me wrong. There's definitely mental strength in sprinting, because like I don't know how they do it. They've got another level of mental strength. Um, but I prefer it's parallel, but
Hmm.
I prefer this side. Um,
Yeah, it's no
of it.
easy comparison, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you're a computer science major. What made you interested in that area?
Well, to be honest, I don't. In high school, I wasn't planning on going to college. I was planning on enlisting. My older brother, my role model, he's in the Air Force, and I was planning on doing the same thing, going into the Air Force. But then college door opened, um, and what I wanted to do in the Air Force, what they call it pararescue, um, and it deals with medical stuff, like the medical field. Um, and my long-term goal is to be involved in the upcoming space programs, like with SpaceX and NASA and stuff. Um, so if I have that medical background, I'm in ROTC, and I still plan on going in the Air Force and trying to do combat rescue, which is pararescueman. Um, so if I have the medical background and computer science background, which is my degree, then I think I'll be a really good candidate for the upcoming space programs. Um, and it seems kind of outlandish to talk about it so soon, um, but I think it's going to be a big thing in the future. So pretty much just for the future, man. Yeah,
Hey, it's not outlandish at all, and good luck to you with that, man. Best wishes.
I appreciate it.
Also, we'll end it with a few fun questions. Just want to see where you stand on certain issues. What's your favorite dessert?
Uh-oh. Okay. Wait, what was that last thing you said?
What is your favorite dessert?
Oh, okay. Um, hmm. I love Reese's, of course, and ice cream. And my mom is from Peru, and she makes like homemade flan. I don't know if you've heard of flan,
I have.
and rice pudding. Um, and they call it chicha morada. It's like a purple jello kind of thing. Uh, but I'm a runner, man. I eat anything. I love food. All kinds of
Absolutely.
desserts.
Absolutely. What's your favorite hobby outside of obviously running?
Uh, it'd be between reading and watching movies. Um, but I love hanging out with the people close to me. Um, I mean, I would consider that a hobby because I just love doing that. Um, but between those three things, I'd say is what is what I do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you're a junior now, so you've had a few years under your belt now at Valdosta State. So what's been your favorite cross country moment at VSU?
My favorite moment? Hmm,
It's maybe a
that's
hard.
a tough question. um, I don't know. I just think of all the good times, like um, the moments before the gun goes off. We're all just sitting at the line, and I could hear the heartbeats of my teammates, and then the gun goes off, and everything just turns loose. But also, I think of like going to restaurants after the race, and just being so proud and happy of ourselves, um, and of what we've accomplished, um, and just laughing and joking around and stuff. But I don't know if I could pinpoint one moment, um, but I wouldn't trade any of it for the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And one final question. Uh, what's your favorite pregame song to listen to, or what's your favorite genre of music to listen to before a race?
um, yeah, I love music. I love that. That's one of my hobbies too. Um, Me and my teammates always talk about music, but during pre-race, I don't really listen to music before race. Um, if anything, I would listen to. I don't know if you've heard of him, David Goggins.
I've heard that.
Um, he's a he's a freaking beast, like a Navy SEAL, pararescueman. Like he has records and world records and multiple things. He runs hundreds of miles a week. Um, I would listen to him. He has some pretty intense motivational uh, like speeches, and he's a pretty intense guy. So
He gets you in the mood
he
for
helped me.
those races.
Yeah. Um, he like I said earlier, like the switch. I like to think of it as a switch of just flipping the switch and turning into an animal, and he helps me do that. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Brishen, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. I hope that you have a good rest of the season with Valdosta State. Uh, everybody tune in next week for another episode of GSC Zoom Q&A. All right. Thank you.
appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.